Dear students, now we are going to learn our third topic, that is 1.3. Have you ever seen? This is an interesting and amusing poem where the poet has made use of plenty of puns. But before we go to the actual exercise, actual poem, let us learn something. Come to page number 12, something about homophones or homographs. See, page number 12. See this. Homographs. Okay? Okay, I'll define that. Homographs. Homo actually meaning same, and words having same spellings but differ in meaning and used in different contexts are called homographs. What? Words with same spelling but differ in meaning. Okay? For example, a temple fair. A temple fair attracts a lot of crowd. Attracts a lot of crowd. See the word here, fair. F-A-I-R, fair. One more sentence is there. Her performance in the test was fair. Her performance in the test was fair. Now see these two words. This is called homograph. A temple fair. Here fair meaning a place where people gather for amusement or entertainment with a giant wheels and different kinds of shops for buying goods and buying things for playing and enjoying. Okay? But here her performance in the test was fair. Fair means here good or very nice. So the difference in meaning, this is fair and this is fair, both though having the same spellings but different meaning. Such words are called homographs. Okay? There is one more word you might have heard, homophones. Homo means again same, phone means sound. So words having similar sounds but different in spellings are called homophones. But here we are talking about homographs. One more example is there. A rose is the king of flowers. Here rose is the name of a flower. In the second example, the sun rose with a golden glow. First rose, a name of a flower in the first example, and in the second example, the sun rose. It is the past tense of rise. past tense of rise, rise, rose, risen. Therefore, though these two words are same in spelling, but they differ in meaning. Therefore, these are called homographs. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and learn something about a figure of speech which is used throughout the poem, and that figure of speech is pun. Pun means play upon words. Play upon words. And what is play upon words? When a same word gives two meanings at the same time, then that kind of use of word is called pun. For example, a life is worth living it depends on the liver. It depends on the liver. See this word liver. If a life is worth living, depends on the liver, two meanings are here at the same time. Number one, liver, a body organ. But at the same time, liver means one who is living. One who is living, or one who is alive, here with the organ, with that liver, bad liver. Okay. So this way we can say liver is a word which gives two meanings at the same time. Therefore, the poet has used pun here. So this kind of use of words is called pun. Okay. Let us read the poem. There are many words in this poem which gives pun. Let us see. First I have read the poem. Page number 13, 1-3. Have you ever seen a sheet on a riverbed, or a single hair from a hammer's head? Has the foot of a mountain any toes? And is there a pair of garden hose? Second stanza. Does the needle ever wink its eye? Why doesn't the wing of a building fly? Can you tickle the ribs of a parasol, or open the trunk of a tree at all? Third stanza. Are the teeth of a rake ever going to bite? Have the hands of a clock any left or right? Can the garden plot be deep and dark? And what is the sound of the bird's bark? Let's come back to the first stanza. Dear children, you might be well aware of the figure of speech interrogation. What is interrogation? When a question is asked, not for getting the answer, but to stress your point. So that question is called a rhetorical question, and therefore the figure of speech is interrogation. In interrogation, a question is asked. So whenever there is a question mark and that question doesn't require an answer, so figures will use interrogation. So see in the poem, almost all the lines are having that question mark. Therefore, we can say those lines are having figure speech interrogation. I'll write the first one here just to make you understand. Have you ever seen a sheet on a river bed? On a river bed. There is a question mark. And this question mark indicates that this is the example of interrogation. And see, no answer is required here. Now let's go to the meaning. Have you ever seen a sheet on a river? It's a humorous poem. Now, what is the meaning of riverbed? You know, riverbed where water flows, the whole part that till the bank is called riverbed. Okay, so everybody knows. Okay, no one has ever spread a sheet over the riverbed. When we talk about bed, we talk about bed sheet, but here there is no sheet on a riverbed, and no one has ever seen. Yes, of course, no one has seen. We can't put a sheet on the riverbed. Okay. In the second line, the poet says, "Or a single hair from a hammer's head." Hammer's head. You know hammer. Hammer's head. Hathoda. So, hammer is having a head. Head means should have hair, but here, though it is called head, it is having no hair, not a single hair. So, this is the fun in the line, or a single hair from a hammer's head. In this word, sound of H is repeated, and you know, when such sound is repeated, that is called alliteration. The figure speech is alliteration. So in this line, the figure speech uses alliteration as well. Now the third one has the foot of a mountain in its toes. Foot of a mountain. You know, when we talk about mountain, we talk about the top. This is top and this is foot. You can say here foot. Okay. Has the foot of a mountain in toes? So when we talk about foot, we talk about toes. But this mountain is having just foot but no toes. That's the fun in that. And the figures which used here is fun because foot of a mountain, any toes, foot gives two meanings. One is foot of a human being and another one is foot of the mountain. Okay. Then, and is there a pair of garden hose? Line number 4. Pair of garden hose. See the meaning here of garden hose. Hose actually having two meanings. One is a flexible tube and number 2 is a pair of stockings or tights that are worn by girls especially. So, and is there a pair of garden hose? Whenever you see that hose or pipe in the garden, it is having just one mouth, no pair. Okay. Now come to the second stanza. Does the needle ever make its eye? See this line. Does the needle, you know needle, sui? Yes. that needle with the tailor, you might have seen the tailor that is having an opening. I can't draw that properly. That needle is having an eye somewhere, eye. Okay. So that needle does the needle ever make its eye? Though this pin or needle is having an opening, this opening is also called an eye. An eye of a human being or any living being is also called eye. A living being's eyes could be shut and open, could blink or could wink, but needle can't wink, can't blink. So, does the needle ever wink its eye? No, it can never wink its eye. Question mark is there, so interrogation is there. Then one more figure speech is here. Because needle is supposed to wink, and winking, opening and shutting is the quality of humans or human being. Therefore, this winking of eye of the needle is personified. Therefore, the figure speech used is personification. In this line, does the needle ever wink its eye? Wink its eye. So here the figure speech used is personification. How? Because needle is a non-living thing and is supposed to wink. Okay? So, does the needle ever wink its eye? This line is having the figure speech, personification, and the humorous part of that is the needle is winking its eye. Okay. Next one is, why doesn't the wing of a building fly? See, one meaning of wing is that feather of a bird on which the bird flies. Okay. But another meaning of it is wing of a building, a whole building. Why doesn't the wing of a building fly? Though it is called wing of a building, it can never fly. Why doesn't the wing of a building fly? Makes us laugh here. Can you tickle the lips of the parasol? Now see this line. Can you tickle? Can you tickle the lips of a parasol? The ribs of a parasol. What is the meaning of parasol? Parasol means umbrella. You might have seen umbrellas. You know what is an umbrella? And this umbrella is having such spokes. Okay. These are called spokes. Now what the poet imagines, can you tickle the ribs of a parasol? The poet is, these spokes, the poet is saying as ribs, pasliyan, and using the word tickle. Gulli karna, what you say? Can you tickle the ribs of a parasol? Question mark is there. Of course you can't, because it's a non-living thing, and even if you tickle, it will not respond. But it is an example of pun. Why? Because tickle the ribs giving two meanings here. Okay. Or open the trunk of a tree at all. You know the meaning of trunk? One meaning is a tree trunk. And another is a box, a wooden box you can say. You can open that wooden box or a box, but you can never open the tree trunk. And therefore, the poet is saying, or open the trunk of a tree at all. So the answer is, of course not. It makes us laugh, it makes us enjoy. In this line, open the trunk of a tree. Sound of T is repeated, so the figure of speech is alliteration. Now let us come to the last stanza. Are the teeth of a rake? Are the teeth of a rake? You know rake, what is rake? You might have seen an instrument like this, having spokes or teeth like this. This is called a rake. Okay. What the poet says, are the teeth of a rake ever going to bite? These are also called teeth. But teeth are supposed to bite, but this rake is used for what? It is a garden tool with a long handle and long pointed metal parts sticking up to clean the things. Okay, to clean the things or to remove the things. Okay. Are the teeth of a rake ever going to bite? Of course, these teeth are never going to bite. They are never going to bite. This is the fun in this line. Then, have the hands of a clock any left or right? See, we talk about a clock. We talk about a clock. Clock is having hands. Clock is having hands. Suppose this is hour hand and this is minute hand, and one more is there, that is second. These are called hands of a clock. Okay, these are called hands. But when we talk about hand, we say left hand and right hand. But here there is no left or no right, and therefore that makes it pun, that makes us laugh. Have the hands of a clock any left or right? No, there are hands only. These are hour hand, minute hand and second hand. There is no left hand or right hand. Can the garden plot be deepened up? Now the poet is talking about the garden plot. What is plot? Plot is an enclosed area with certain dimensions. For example, your plot is suppose 50 by 30 feet. So this is the plot. This is called plot. But meaning of plot is one more meaning is there for plot, and that plot is to make a plan, an evil or wicked plan. One meaning is an area, and another meaning is a wicked plan. To hurt somebody, a wicked plan is also called plot. Therefore, the poet says, can the garden plot be deep and dark? It makes us laugh. And the last one, and what is the sound of the bird's bark? Bird is the name of a tree. A tree. And bark is having again two meanings. One meaning is that upper covering of a tree is called bark, and another meaning is a dog barks. It means that sound made by the dog is also called bark. Okay. And what is the sound of the bird's bark? So there is no sound of the birch. Birch, B-I-R-C-H. So there is no sound of bark by the birch tree. Okay. So therefore, all this poem is a funny one, giving us, making us laugh and enjoy the poem. This is anonymous. We don't know who has written this poem. Okay. Okay. Let us summarize the poem once again and see the figure of speech used. What is the summary of the poem? This is a humorous poem and plenty of puns are used here. It is amusing and interesting. Okay. Which figure speech are used? The figure speech we have seen here or learned here are: number one, interrogation; then number two, alliteration; then number three is pun, and number four is personification. Interrogation means having a question mark at the end or where a question is asked, but this question is not asked to get the answer but just to put your point forcefully. Okay, that is called a rhetorical question. Then alliteration, some sound of a consonant letter is repeated. Then pun, same word is having two meanings at the same time. And personification, when a non-living thing is supposed to do the task or work or anything just like a living being, it is called personification. Okay. Now let us see one more thing, that is rhyming words. Rhyming words used in the poem. Just refer the poem once again See, page number 13, that is 13. See the last word of the first line, it is bed. And it rhymes with head. So this way you write that rhyme scheme. See, bed, head, hyphen is given, and here a semicolon. Okay. Then put a little distance, and then toes, putting a little distance, toes and hose. Again a semicolon. Just this is called pairs, rhyming pairs. Okay, in the exam you are told to write rhyming pairs. So this is called pairing. This is for first stanza. First stanza. Stanza 2. This is for first stanza. Now stanza 2. Stanza 1. Stanza 2. One is I and fly. Next one, parasol or. Parasol or. And the last one, stanza 3. Bite right. And the second and last pair is dark bark. Okay. Now the last point is rhyme scheme. A rhyme scheme of the poem. What is the rhyme scheme? For each stanza, it could be different. See the first stanza, bed head. That means A. Then toes hose, it means B. So rhyme scheme for first stanza is first stanza is A, B. Okay, this way we write the rhyme scheme. It means first line rhyme with the second line and third line with the fourth line, and indicate that stanza is having 4 lines. Now check for stanza second and stanza third. Second stanza, third stanza. You will find the same rhyme pattern, I fly, that is A, and parasol or, that is B. So A, B. Let's check for the last one. Bite right, that means A. Dark bark, it means B. So therefore, rhyme scheme for the whole poem is A, B. Okay? Then the rest of the part we will do in the assignment. Thank you very much. I hope you understood the poem. Thank you.